Okay, very good morning to everyone. I hope my voice is audible to you all. Now, voice అందరికి వినిపిస్తుంది అనుకుంటున్నాను. Okay, let's start the session with a small breathing exercise. I hope everyone is ready. Okay, right. So, let's start with a small stress busting exercise. You just need to close your eyes, chin a little bit up. Okay, place your palms upside on your thighs. Put it on your thighs and relaxedly sit in your chairs. Relaxedly sit in your sofas or couches, wherever you are, spine straight. Relaxedly, just make sure your shoulders are all straight. Um, don't force yourself. Just sit freely. Just close your eyes, and this is a breathing exercise. You need to inhale and exhale. మీరు శ్వాస తీసుకోవడం, శ్వాస వదలటం, అండ్ శ్వాస తీసుకున్న తర్వాత ఒక 5 seconds హోల్డ్ చేయండి. లైక్ 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then slowly exhale. So, e exercise cheyali. Don't open your eyes. Okay. All right. So, let's start the exercise. Close your eyes. Little bit chin up. Koncham mi chin koncham paiki pettandi. And then start breathing. Inhale. So, when you are inhaling, your tummy should come out. And when you're exhaling, your tummy should go in. మీరు శ్వాస తీసుకున్నప్పుడు టమ్మీ బయటికి రావాలి, ఎగ్జైల్ చేసినప్పుడు టమ్మీ లోపలికి వెళ్ళాలి. సో మీరు పొట్టలోంచి మీరు శ్వాస తీసుకుంటున్నట్టు ఫీల్ అవ్వాలి. సో ఇన్ అండ్ అవుట్. ఓకే, రైట్, స్టార్ట్. ఇన్హేల్, హోల్డ్ ఇట్, exhale. Again, do it 5 to 6 times. Inhale, hold it, exhale. So when you are exhaling, you try to push your tummy as much as possible inward. మీ టమ్మీని ఎంత లోపలికి తోయగలిగితే అంత తోసి లోపల ఉన్న కార్బన్ డైఆక్సైడ్ని బయటికి తీసుకురండి. యూఆర్ లెట్టింగ్ ద కార్బన్ డైఆక్సైడ్ ఫ్రమ్ యువర్ బాడీ అవుట్, where a lot of toxin gases come out from your body, and that's how your body starts getting detoxified. Again, inhale, hold it, exhale. Again, inhale, hold it, exhale. Okay, if you're done with breathing, don't open your eyes yet. Kallu appude open cheyaddu. Take your palms and rub them. Okay, take your palms and rub them. You should feel the warmth in your palms. మీ అరచేతుల్లో ఆ వేడి పుట్టాలి. రబ్ చేసుకోండి. చేసి ఆ వేడిగా ఉన్న పామ్స్ని కళ్ళ మీద పెట్టుకోండి. You put your palms onto your eyes. Do it 3 times. Your eye should feel the warmth, so put it on your eyes. Put it on your eyes. Now, after doing it 3 times, now try to open your eyes very slowly. Okay? Take your time and do it. Right. I hope everyone is ready. Okay. So, so today's topic, if you see, the meal, how my meal timing affects, okay, my weight and the glucose levels. So, how does your circadian rhythms, if taken for granted, affects your weight and your glucose levels? First of all, we should all understand that our circadian rhythm. So, what is circadian rhythm? When sun is setting up, you just need to make sure that you down your activities and get back to your sleep. And if your sun is rising, when the sun is rising, you just need to get up and you need to start your day. And accordingly, you start your day off. So this is a circadian rhythm. So you, the time you wake up, the time you sleep, this all depends, and make sure that this is helping you out in addressing all the issues, right? Then it mainly regulates our hormones like insulin, cortisol, melatonin. These are very useful hormones in the body which control the sugars, which control our stress, which control our sleep. So, this is very important. The appetite and digestion also depends on these activities. Your energy metabolism depends on this. If you can see the fat versus glucose utilization, that's where if your biological time is completely wrong, it can disrupt this balance, leading to weight gain, insulin resistance, and then it leads to obesity. Okay. So let's say, for example, if we see the meal timing. So when we see the meal timing, early meals, let's say, for example, the early meals. Let's say, for example, you have your breakfast before within 3 hours of you waking up. అంటే మీరు లేచిన ఒక 3 గంటల్లో లేదా 2 గంటల్లో మీరు గనక మీ బ్రేక్ఫాస్ట్ చేయగలిగితే, okay, so there is higher insulin sensitivity. It means like your body will produce your insulin nicely and it will utilize in your body perfectly. There won't be any issue. Better glucose control, more efficient fat oxidation. So, more efficient fat oxidation means your body will utilize your fat in burning and it will reduce your fat from the body. మీ శరీరంలో ఫ్యాట్ మెటబాలిజం అనేది బాగా జరుగుతుంది, ఫ్యాట్ ఆక్సిడైజ్ అవుతుంది. బికాస్ జనరల్లీ ఫ్యాట్ ఆక్సిడైజ్ అయినప్పుడు మన శరీరంలో కార్బన్ డైఆక్సైడ్గా అలాగే వాటర్గా మన శరీరం నుంచి బయటికి వెళ్తుంది. సో దట్ ఈస్ హౌ ఫ్యాట్ గెట్స్ డిసోసియేటెడ్ ఫ్రమ్ ద బాడీ. It gets dissociated in the form of carbon dioxide and water. So where do we lose water from our body? Through sweat and through urination. How does carbon dioxide goes out? The breathing technique that we followed right now, that's the way that body starts making the fat oxidize from the body. Then what happens? It supports the satiety. So your satiety will be properly balanced. Satiety means నాకు ఆకలి వేస్తోంది, నాకు కడుపు నిండింది. So this is how it starts getting better. And it reduces the overeating. So ఎప్పుడైతే we feel good, I mean నాకు కడుపు నిండింది, నాకు కావాల్సినంత ఫుడ్ లోపలికి వెళ్ళింది, నేను తినాలనుకున్న ఫుడ్ నేను తినేసాను అయిపోయింది అనుకున్నప్పుడు ఆ ఓవర్ ఈటింగ్ అన్నది చేయనివ్వదు. So early meals, especially breakfast and lunch, when you do it on the right time, your insulin sensitivity is always better. So early meals versus late night meals? Let's say, for example, you have a misaligned circadian rhythm. But for example, you got up at 10 o'clock, you had your breakfast at 11:30, you had your lunch at 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, and you had your dinner again at 10 or 11, something like that. So your complete circadian rhythm has gone for toss. So me rhythm anadi poyindi. It will lead to impaired glucose tolerance. So impaired glucose tolerance is where your sugar levels will not be proper and then they fluctuate like anything. You don't even have idea why it is happening. So some people ask me, sir, I don't know why my sugars are increasing even though if I'm not eating. నేను ఇంకా ఏం తినలేదు అయినా నా షుగర్స్ ఎందుకు పెరుగుతున్నాయి? బికాస్ యువర్ లివర్ స్టోర్స్ excess glucose, your muscle stores excess glucose. Whenever your muscle requires energy, it will release from that place, and that is how your body starts producing excess amount of glucose into the blood, and that is again a spike or a complete crash down. So sudden గా పెరిగిపోతుంది లేదా సడన్ గా డౌన్ అయిపోతుంది. That promotes fat storage and increases the obesity, diabetes and cardiovascular diseases. So this is how it happens inside the body. So people who consume more than 50% of calories late in the day have higher risk of obesity and metabolic syndromes. So metabolic syndromes is nothing but diabetes, hypertension, PCOD in women. So these are the metabolic syndromes that happen in the body. So you should always make sure, if you have time, please utilize it. Don't miss don't waste your time, and then don't misjudge the meal timings, and then skip it out or make it later in the day. This is what I suggest. If you have time, see, if you are into different type of shifts, late night shifts, still you finish off your breakfast before 9 o'clock and then sleep. That's much better, and that's much better glucose metabolism is what I can say. Okay, cool. Right. So next thing is time restricted feeding. It's called TRF. So what is time restricted feeding? Eating all daily calories within a defined window, usually 8 to 10 hours, fasting during the rest. So many people say that that's an intermittent fasting, but in intermittent fasting, it is the breakfast that is a main meal that you need to concentrate on, not skipping the main meal. That's very important. మీరు ఇంటర్మీడియట్ ఫాస్టింగ్ కనుక చేస్తే దాంట్లో బ్రేక్ఫాస్ట్ అనేది కంపల్సరీ ఉండాలి. సో ఇంటర్మీడియట్ ఫాస్టింగ్ అన్నది చదవద్దు ఎవరు. మేక్ షూర్ యూ మెయింటైన్ సర్టెన్ అమౌంట్ ఆఫ్ గ్యాప్. అండ్ ఇది అందరికీ వర్కౌట్ అవ్వకపోవచ్చు. దిస్ మైట్ నాట్ వర్క్ ఫర్ ఎవ్రీ వన్. ఫర్ సమ్ పీపుల్ దే హ్యావ్ టు చూస్ షార్ట్ ఫ్రీక్వెంట్ మీల్స్. For some people, they have to stay a long, they have to give a long gap between meals. So it depends upon their body metabolism. Every body is different. According to their sugar levels, we decide whether they need to do intermittent fasting, they need to do time restricted feeding, or they don't need to do anything at all. So that's the reason eating all daily calories within a defined window, usually 8 to 10 hours, fasting during the rest is what time restricted feeding is about. Eating from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. and fasting overnight. That's how it is. So you finish off your breakfast before 10 o'clock, lunch by 2 o'clock, and dinner by 6 o'clock. And after 6 p.m., you don't even touch anything. People say, sir, we sit in front of laptops and we get a lot of cravings. Agree. But the point is, you need to give your body to at least burn the fat, right? If you start eating something, your body will start బర్నింగ్ ద క్యాలరీస్ దట్ యు డంప్డ్ ఇన్సైడ్ యువర్ బాడీ. అంటే మీరు మీ బాడీకి ఒక ఛాన్స్ ఇవ్వాలి కదా. మరి ఫ్యాట్ బర్న్ చేయడానికి ఛాన్స్ ఇవ్వకపోతే ఎలాగా? సో మెనీ పీపుల్ సే, సార్ ఐ ఫీల్ హంగర్ ఎట్ నైట్. ఇట్స్ ఓకే. సో ఇట్స్ ఓకే టు ఫీల్ హంగ్రీ ఎట్ నైట్, బికాస్ టూ మచ్ హంగర్, if you're feeling too much hunger, it means that you didn't have a proper dinner. You had something different, or you had excess amount of carbohydrates. ఎక్కువ కార్బోహైడ్రేట్స్ తీసేసుకున్నారు, లేదా ఎక్కువ స్నాకింగ్ చేసేసారు, and that's the reason you can feel hunger at night. So the benefit of eating from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. is it enhances the circadian alignment. Suppose your days are gone for a toss and your circadian rhythm is completely disturbed. మీ circadian rhythm మొత్తం డిస్టర్బ్ అయిపోయింది. మీ వేకింగ్ టైం కానీ, మీ స్లీపింగ్ టైం కానీ, మీ ఈటింగ్ టైం అంతా డిస్టర్బ్ అయింది. సో ఫాలో దిస్. ఇట్ ఎన్హాన్సెస్ ద సర్కేడియన్ అలైన్మెంట్, అంటే మీ డే అంతా సెట్ చేస్తుంది. ఇట్ రెడ్యూసెస్ ది లేట్ స్నాకింగ్ అండ్ క్యాలరీ ఓవర్ కన్సంప్షన్. అంటే మన శరీరంకి కావాల్సిన ఫుడ్ ఏదైతే ఉందో అది మనకు సరిపడేటట్టుగానే సప్లై చేసుకున్నట్టుగా తింటాము, అండ్ ఆ క్రేవింగ్స్ని రావనివ్వకుండా చేస్తుంది. దీనివల్ల ఏమవుతుంది అంటే, దిస్ విల్ మేక్ ష్యూర్ దట్ యూ హ్యావ్ అన్ ఇంప్రూవ్డ్ ఇన్సులిన్ సెన్సిటివిటీ అండ్ గ్లూకోజ్ రెగ్యులేషన్. సో ఆ పరంగానే మన శరీరంలో ఇన్సులిన్ సెన్సిటివిటీ అన్నది బాగా పెరుగుతుంది. ఇన్సులిన్ సెన్సిటివిటీ అంటే ఇన్సులిన్ బాగా పనిచేయడం. ఇన్సులిన్ రెసిస్టెన్స్ మీన్స్ ఇన్సులిన్ is not working properly. So that's the opposite of each. insulin sensitivity and insulin resistance. So this is how you need to follow. And it also promotes the fat metabolism during fasting hours. So మనం ఫాస్టింగ్ చేసినప్పుడు ఆ, ఆ, ఈ ఫ్యాట్ ని ఎలా మంచిగా కరిగించాలి is what it does. So it promotes the fat metabolism. Just a second. Okay, so there was a request from a patient to resend the link. Sorry for the disturbance. Just a second. Right. Okay. So that promotes the fat metabolism. That's how your fat starts getting busted from your body. And main thing is it reduces the inflammation and supports the gut microbiome health. So what is inflammation? Inflammation is where your cells starts getting inflamed and they stop working as they has to. అంటే అవి పని చేయాల్సిన విధంగా పనిచేయడం మానేసి ఆ ఇన్ఫ్లమేషన్ వల్ల మనకి సరైన రిజల్ట్ అన్నది రాదు. సో and also it is not always calorie counting. It's more sustainable for more many people. For example, calorie counting is more sustainable for more people, but still if you count your calories you'll be more obsessed with, okay, I had 10 calories extra today, so that's the reason I'm putting off fat. So it's not always about calorie counting. It's something about the right combination and right amount of food that you eat at right amount of time. దట్ ఈస్ వెరీ ఇంపార్టెంట్. మీరు రైట్ టైంలో తింటాము, రైట్ కాంబినేషన్ తింటాము, రైట్ ప్రాపర్ ఫుడ్ గ్రూప్స్ని చూస్ చేసుకోవడం, దట్ ఈస్ వెరీ ఇంపార్టెంట్ బికాస్ యువర్ గట్ మైక్రోబయోమ్ ఈస్ వెరీ ఇంపార్టెంట్. అండ్ వెన్ inflammation is reduced, your microbiome will much more, the microbiome flora will much more happen to increase, and it will reduce the acidity, gastric issue and everything. You don't need to worry about your acidity. So slowly your acidity will fade away. Okay. And if we discuss about this circadian rhythms, who are at higher risk is the shift workers. Because the shift workers, why they are at risk is they eat meals at biological night when the body is least prepared for food intake. For example, if they start their work at around 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock, they work till 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock in the morning. At night, 10 o'clock or in between 12 to 2, they start having hunger pangs and then they start eating something. If they eat something good, that is something different. If they order something from an online food delivery app and then they eat a biryani or a high meal calorie like a shawarma, it's entirely gone. So that biological night is where they need to be very much concerned about, and they need to make sure that they follow certain protocol. They will have disrupted sleep wake cycles which lead to hormone imbalances. The cortisol will become very high, the melatonin will become very low. That's how they don't get a proper sleep. And also the appetite regulating hormones like ghrelin and leptin, they are disturbed. So ghrelin is one thing that lets us know that you're feeling hunger. See, sometimes we feel that, that sound in our tummy, butterflies running in our tummy, we feel that grrr sound, right? So that is made by the ghrelin. So ghrelin is a hunger inducing hormone. And leptin is, okay, now you're full, stop eating. That was leptin does. So ghrelin and leptin, the both are disturbed and you get more cravings. Got the point? సో మన శరీరంలో ఈ గ్రెలిన్ అండ్ లెప్టిన్ హార్మోన్స్ ఏవైతే ఉంటాయో అవి డిస్టర్బ్ అయిపోతాయి. గ్రెలిన్ ఏమో మనల్ని ఆకలి తెప్పిస్తుంది, లెప్టిన్ ఏమో నీకు కడుపు నిండింది చాలు, తినింది చాలు అని చెప్తుంది. సో దట్స్ హౌ ది బోత్ హార్మోన్స్ డిస్టర్బ్. ఆ రెండు డిస్టర్బ్ అయ్యిండే మీకు క్రేవింగ్స్ వచ్చేస్తాయి. సో నైట్ వర్క్ ప్రమోట్స్ increased snacking, processed food consumption, because easy, you can go and grab some chips packet or something, and you definitely, when you are eating at night, in the morning you don't feel to eat and you're not feeling hungry, you skip your breakfast and you do a brunch, and in brunch you eat very heavy meal and heavy calories, and that's how again everything is gone for toss. रात्रि रात्रिपूट ఏవైతే తింటామో అవి కూడా పోతాయి. సో रात को जो कुछ भी आप खा रहे हो, रात को स्नैकिंग जो करते हो, वो सब चले जाता है. सो ये ग्रेलिन लेप्टिन जो रहता है, ग्रेलिन आपका आपको भूख लग रहा है करके आपको बोलता है, लेप्टिन आपको आपका पेट भर गया करके बोलता है. सो दोनों डिस्टर्ब हो जाता है अगर लेट नाइट क्रेविंग्स, मतलब लेट नाइट शिफ्ट में जो वर्क करता है, इन लोगों को ऐसा होता है. So what are the consequences? Consequences are nothing but obesity का risk बढ़ जाता है. The risk of obesity will increase. Obesity risk పెరిగిపోతుంది, 40 to 60% పెరిగిపోతుంది. And diabetes and metabolic syndromes like PCOD for women, this and lot of fertility issues are only because of this. This is happening. So we want every one of you to understand the risk of not eating on time. So what are the strategies for, see, we have to do some, give some solution for night shift workers, right? So what are the nutrition strategies that they can follow is, we encourage eating during daylight hours as much as possible. So you finish off your breakfast, lunch and dinner during the day itself. Okay, use this time restricted feeding adapted to shift schedules. మీ షిఫ్ట్ స్కెడ్యూల్స్ ప్రకారంగా మీరు టీఆర్ఎఫ్ ఇప్పుడు నేను చెప్పిన ఆ విండో 8 to 10 hours విండో పెట్టుకొని మీరు స్టార్ట్ చేయండి. Focus on more nutrient dense light meals, short frequent meals rather than heavy meals. So short frequent meals తీసుకోండి, don't take heavy meals at a single time. For example, you finished off your work at 5 o'clock, let's say for example an average, 5:30 5:45 you have your breakfast, go for a walk for at least an half an hour or 45 minutes or minimum 20 minutes basically, then fresh up and then sleep. This will make sure that your insulin sensitivity is properly balanced, your hormones are properly balanced, and then you get good sleep, your melatonin increases, and your cortisol will come down. So when melatonin increases, you start having good sleep. So that's how your day starts getting better. Clear? Right. So we have certain genes called circadian genes. They are called clock, BML1, PER, CRY. They are called circadian genes. What they do is they regulate the metabolism. Eating at the wrong time will definitely disrupt these genes, leading to desynchronized metabolism. So whenever you eat at the wrong time, your metabolism is disturbed. So understand the meaning of the right time of eating your meals, because that is very important. Because your liver, gut, your gut, your will speak something different. So misalignment means high blood sugar, high blood pressure, reduced fat burning, increased fat storage. అంటే మనం గనక ఈ అలైన్మెంట్ గనక తగ్గింది, మన సింక్రనైజేషన్ తగ్గింది, మన అడాప్టబిలిటీ లేదు అనుకుంటే గనక బ్లడ్ షుగర్ పెరుగుతుంది, ఫ్యాట్ బర్నింగ్ రెడ్యూస్ అయిపోతుంది, అండ్ ఫ్యాట్ స్టోరేజ్ ఇంక్రీజ్ అయిపోతుంది బాగా. సో దట్ ఈస్ వాట్ హ్యాపెన్స్, అండ్ వీ డోంట్ వాంట్ దట్ టు హ్యాపెన్. ఓకే, నెక్స్ట్. What are the clinical implications that we can see is, traditional diet plans focus on what and how much we eat. But there is something called chrononutrition that adds when we eat as third dimension. So chrononutrition is nothing but timely meals. Traditional diet plans sometimes might not be on time, but chrononutrition will definitely help you on concentrating on eating at particular times only. So that's what chrono means, time-wise nutrition. So what are the practical applications? It encourages patients to eat larger meals earlier in the day, restrict late night meals or snacking, and using this time restricted feeding will definitely help you for weight loss, and metabolic health will improve. It will provide tailored counseling for shift workers, because shift workers need that counseling. They need to know exactly if their schedule is disturbed. They need to make sure that it's properly, they have been properly guided. ఏ టైం డిస్కస్ చేయండి నాతో, పర్సనల్ 1-to-1 కాల్లో డిస్కస్ చేయండి. యూ డిస్కస్ విత్ మీ ఇన్ 1-to-1 సెషన్. ఇఫ్ యు ఆర్ హ్యావింగ్ నైట్ షిఫ్ట్స్, విల్ డిస్కస్ అబౌట్ యువర్ సెట్టింగ్ అవుట్ యువర్ డే diet plan and then your timings especially, and then we can go forward, not an issue. So in future, what is that? Because chrononutrition, this timely food will definitely become a part of personalized medicine in the future. Alongside neutrinogenomics and microbiome science is coming all together, because nowadays there is a lot of research going on in studying your microbiome. Like me gut bacteria and chadvi is to study your gut bacteria and give you inputs, or give you some solutions or supplements where your microbiome can increase better, which will help you out to reduce acidity and gastric issue and improve your insulin sensitivity. So there are a lot of studies happening, there is a lot of tests happening, which is called genome mapping. So you will be giving your saliva sample and stool sample, which they evaluate and see how much good bacteria and bad bacteria is residing in you. If there is less good bacteria, they try to increase it. If there is more bad bacteria, they will try to reduce it. This is how it starts working, and it's really nice for a lot of people. It has helped to address the issue like irritable bowel syndrome, acidity, gastric issue, or what do you say, loose stools, all kind of gut issues and tummy issues. It's being treated. And what we want you to do is, and we want you to understand your requirements. See, first thing is, there is another point called that we came across recently, is called obesogens. So obesogens means the the food that we eat, the containers that we use. అంటే మనం తీసుకునే ఫుడ్ ఏ కంటైనర్లో యూజ్ చేస్తాము. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్, ఇఫ్ ఇట్ ఈస్ అ ప్లాస్టిక్ కంటైనర్, ఆర్ ఇఫ్ ఇట్ ఈస్ what to say, a PF, not PF, BPF free plastics, if you use more, they will disrupt your endocrine glands. So, mana shariramlo we have lot of endocrine glands like pancreas, liver, gallbladder. So, we have a lot of glands in our body, adrenal gland. So, these glands will be doing their job as they want to. But when we consume food from such sources, even for example, the water bottle that we use, or the curd that we buy from the market, or the milk package that we buy from the market, these are all harmful to us. If there is any packaging that is a bio organic packaging, or that is bio packaging, please prefer to that. And if you have any local people who deliver milk to your home directly without packaging and all, please prefer that whenever possible. I mean, I'm not saying everything is possible, but whenever possible. ఎప్పుడంటే అంటే ఎప్పుడు కుదరకపోవచ్చు, కానీ మాక్సిమం మీకు కుదిరితే ఛాన్స్ ఉంటే కనుక అవి ప్రిఫర్ చేయండి. ఆర్గానిక్ ఫుడ్ ప్రిఫర్ చేయండి. ప్రిఫర్ ఆర్గానిక్ ఫుడ్. అండ్ దిస్ make sure whenever you go to supermarkets, always try to buy from the loose groceries, not the packaged ones, because these all packaged ones have definitely a lot of impact on our hormones, and we have to understand that. If you can understand this logic, you'll definitely start becoming much more better, and then start using better utensils like ceramic, glass, steel grade, food grade steels, even I mean biodegradable papers. So this is what you need to more encourage, because future, I'll tell you guys, next 10 years or next 5 years, the future is all about the organic packaging, or we will definitely go back to our old methods like usage of ceramic and glass materials, because the pollution is becoming high and it is disrupting all the endocrine glands. And that is very much important. Even though the things that we store at our home, మన ఇంట్లో స్టోర్ చేసుకునే ఆ plastic boxes, just get rid of them. Put everything in ceramic or glass or steel. This is what I suggest. You do it right away, today or tomorrow. Today you have time, you go to your local markets, you buy your ceramic products or glass products or steel products. You start storing in them. Throw away all the plastics. Give all the plastic, dump every plastic container to your localized, where they know they do all this green sweeping about the plastic. I think they do collect this plastic bottles at some point. I'll for GHMC, I think you can contact them or something like that, and then I think you can give away those plastic containers. Yeah. Okay, but that apart, the main sources of these obesogens are, as I discussed, these plastic things, and uh, the the plastic materials that we generally use, even for drinking water, or the buttermilk that we buy from. Uh, the plastic bottles. Please try to avoid them. Clear? So these are the takeaways for today. I hope you understood every word that I've said. If you don't understand, please get back to me. Um, we'll have an open session now in the next 2 minutes. So whatever doubts you have, you can discuss with me. మీకు ఏ డౌట్స్ ఉన్నా నాతో మాట్లాడచ్చు. నేను మోస్ట్లీ తెలుగులో కూడా మాట్లాడడానికి ట్రై చేశాను. And next time we'll discuss about brain and gut. So how brain and gut communicate with each other, how do we get cravings, how we can influence the gut bacteria, how prebiotics and probiotics affects the obesity, and how gut bacteria talks to brain through metabolites like short chain fatty acids. We'll discuss, because just getting to know the basics of science that happens inside the body, you will understand that this is what you need to do on a certain day and certain time. This is how you start getting better. Okay, so మనం ఆ టాపిక్ కూడా నెక్స్ట్ క్లాస్ లో డిస్కస్ చేసుకున్నాం. నౌ వీఆర్ ఓపెన్ ఫర్ డౌట్స్. ప్లీజ్ పుట్ యువర్ డౌట్స్ ఫార్వర్డ్ వన్ బై వన్. ఎస్.
Yeah. So you're talking about plastic bottles and packaging. So how, if you keep dry items and not wet things like milk or something, will that affect as dangerously as the like milk packaging and all?
Not much, but definitely it will have a lot of impact. See, at least 10-20% impact is still an impact, right? So better option is always choosing steel or
Glass.
glasses or ceramic. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Next, please.
Hi Gautam, Swati here.
Yeah, Swati. Hi.
ఇప్పుడు అంటే నార్మల్గా నేను ఇంటర్మీడియట్ ఫాస్టింగ్ గురించి రీసెర్చ్ చేసినప్పుడు విత్ డయాబెటీస్ మనం చేయకూడదు అన్నట్లు చదివాను. మరి చేయొచ్చా విత్ డయాబెటిక్ అంటే పర్సన్?
So that's what I'm saying. It's not intermittent fasting. It is called time restricted eating. అంటే బ్రేక్ఫాస్ట్ చేయాలి, లంచ్ చేయాలి, డిన్నర్ చేయాలి, కానీ విత్ ఇన్ ద టైమ్ లిమిట్స్. అంటే మార్నింగ్ 10 to 6 లోపల ఫినిష్ చేయాలి. దట్ ఈస్ వాట్ ఇట్ ఈస్.
ఓకే.
ఇట్స్ నాట్ అబౌట్ స్కిప్పింగ్ మీల్స్ అండ్ ఈటింగ్ ఓన్లీ 2 meals ఆర్ సి మీకు అది పడుతుందా లేదా అనేది మనం ట్రై చేస్తే కానీ తెలియదు. సో కొంతమందికి ఏంటంటే ఇంటర్మీడియట్ ఫాస్టింగ్ చేసినప్పుడు కొంతమందికి షుగర్స్ డౌన్ అయ్యాయి. బట్ ఇట్ డజంట్ మీన్ దట్ ఇట్ వర్క్స్ ఫర్ ఎవ్రీ వన్. సో వన్ సైజ్ డజంట్ ఫిట్ ఎవ్రీ వన్, రైట్? సో ఎల్ సైజ్ అందరికి పట్టకపోవచ్చు. ఒకరికి ఎం, ఒకరికి ఎస్, ఒకరికి ఎక్స్ఎస్, ఒకరికి డబుల్ ఎక్స్ఎల్. ఎవ్రీ వన్ సైజ్ ఇస్ డిఫరెంట్. సో అలానే అవర్ మెటబాలిజం ఇస్ డిఫరెంట్. సో వీ నీడ్ టు అండర్స్టాండ్ దట్ this particular things like eating eating on certain part of time is very important. సో అది మీకు మీ స్కెడ్యూల్ ప్రకారంగా ఎప్పుడు కుదురుతుంది, ఎప్పుడు కుదరట్లేదు, ఇవన్నీ చూసుకుంటూ ఉండాలి.
ఓకే. అండ్ మన రేషియో ఎలా ఉంటుందండి? అంటే 8 hours 16-18 అలా ఉంటుంది కదా, లైక్ సో
ఫర్గెట్ అబౌట్ 16-18. 8 to 10 hours విండో లోపల కంప్లీట్ చేయాలి. మార్నింగ్ 10 to ఈవినింగ్ 6 ఎన్ని అవర్స్ అండి?
8.
So that's where you finish off your meals. And after 6 to morning again 10 o'clock you're fasting, right? So ఎన్ని అవర్స్ అయిపోయింది అక్కడ?
16 అయిపోయింది.
Nearly 16 hours. So that's how you fast. So you fast when you sleep. That is much more better than fasting in a complete day. Complete day fast చేసేది, it depends upon the result that you get. చాలా మందికి వెయిట్ లాస్ ప్లాటో వస్తుంది. లైక్ మెనీ పీపుల్ గెట్ లాట్ వెయిట్ లాస్ ప్లాటో. దే లూజ్ వెయిట్ అండ్ దే అగైన్ బికమ్ కన్సిస్టెంట్. అప్పుడు మనం ఇలాంటి మిక్స్ అండ్ మ్యాచ్ చేసినప్పుడు డెఫినెట్లీ విల్ సీ ద రిజల్ట్స్.
ఓకే. ఓకే, థ్యాంక్స్ గౌతమ్.
సుబ్బయ్య గారు ఉన్నారా మీరు? క్లాస్లో ఉన్నారా? ఆర్ యు దేర్? ఓకే, రైట్. నెక్స్ట్ క్వశ్చన్.
Hi doctor.
Yeah.
Hi, this is Damodar.
Hello Damodar. Hi.
Regarding the breathing technique, you said something earlier. Sorry, I couldn't catch that. Could you please repeat it once? How to?
You just need to close your eyes.
Okay.
Listen up. Take a deep breath.
Okay.
Hold it. Hold means you should not exhale. You should hold the breath that you have inhaled. Then you have to exhale after 5 seconds. So this will make sure that the carbon dioxide that is building in our body or the fat metabolism starts burning. So that fat metabolism starts taking place. That's how fat actually dissociates from the body in the form of carbon dioxide and sweat. So when we work out and we are not breathing properly, you don't lose fat properly. And when you're working out, when you're concentrating on your breath, that's where you make sure that your fat is properly regulated and metabolized. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Sure.
when
Thank
you inhale, you're putting air inside your body, so your tummy will be coming out, right? And when
Right.
exhaling, you're exerting pressure from your body to outside. So that's the reason you're exerting pressure on your tummy and pushing it inside. So that's where your complete toxins and carbon dioxide or harmful gases inside your body will come out. That's how your body starts getting better and detoxed. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Next question, please. Yeah, any more doubts? Hello, Mahesh Garu. A very good evening. I think it's evening for you, so night for you. Thank you for joining the class. I hope you're in US, right? Right. If you have any more doubts, please put it forward. If you don't have, we'll just take quickly some questions or any doubts. We'll wrap it up.